Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-July 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interests. Once you get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind this is a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel it's a way around in your situation, definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Six of Staves. So this is actually Leo energy here. And to me, it says a couple different things. Some of you could just be saying that this might be a person that you met in the workplace. So for some of you, maybe an actual colleague, or maybe you're just in a position where you interact with the public a little bit more, and you met them that way. But beyond that, it could just be saying that you felt really confident when you approached this person in the past as well, and you definitely felt the passionate connection toward them. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Ten of Wands. So to me, this could just be saying that they might have had a lot on their plates. We see the Metropolitan sign there, which to me says, makes me think of someone who might travel for work, right? So again, there's that work dynamic to where you might have crossed paths that way. But yeah, to me, this says that they probably were very focused on their work at the time, but it seems like you guys might have crossed paths during that time and hit it off. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Queen of Staves. So Aries energy here. And yeah, if we look at this, the body language pointed rather toward the cards on their side. And then we also see, looks like there's the fire rising out of that there in her lap. So to me, this represents more passion, right? So to me, it says that you're still feeling that passionate draw toward this person, but we do see feminine energy now as opposed to the masculine in the past. So maybe this is saying that your attention is still on them, you're still drawn to them, but now maybe you're falling back into a more receptive role and hoping for them to take the lead at this point. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Queen of Swords. So what sticks out to me with this card is how those swords above her head almost make me think of the Nine of Swords energy, which is usually an energy of anxiety and losing sleep, right? So this isn't like a lot of Queen of Swords energies you'd see in a lot of tarot decks. And then we do see that final sword down there at her feet, pointed in the direction of the cards on your side. So to me, this could just be saying that there is an interest on their part to communicate with you. But right now, they might not be communicating with you because they just have a lot on their mind. And again, makes me think of the way we see the 10 wands going across the top there in a similar pattern to those 9 swords. To me, it could just be saying that they just still have a lot of other things going on in their lives right now. So even though they might have that desire to reach out to you, communicate with you, that could be what that sword there represents. I feel like, they just have to drop that for now while they try to work through all these other things that they're dealing with in the present. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Princess of Arrows. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Swords in traditional tarot. And yeah, to me, this is that you will probably express that you have interest in this person. So again, like I said, it looks like maybe for a while you might fall back into a more receptive mode, hoping for them to step up. But I feel like this is saying that after a while you might say, okay, you know what, let me just let them know that I'm interested, right? You see the butterflies toward the bottom of the card there, which makes me think of that old saying, butterflies in your stomach. So there might be some nervousness on your part to express to them that you're feeling the way you do, but it looks like you're going to go forward with it anyway. All right, and then future energy on their side, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, with the artwork here, to me it looks like we see the woman running there, and the pentacles along the way there. And if we think about Seven of Pentacles in traditional tarot, it's someone who looks like they're reflecting, right, and realizing that, okay, the energy they're putting in towards something isn't necessarily paying them back in the same way. So Could just be them coming to the realization, like I said, for a lot of you, I feel like this is saying that this person might just be very career driven, for example. So for some of you, they might come to the realization that, okay, maybe at one point that was fulfilling for them, and now they're starting to realize that, what, it feels like just more of a drain on my energy than anything, and then that could be what eventually wakes them up to the fact that, yeah, what, there's definitely more important things in life. So they might actually realize that, okay, yeah, I would like to put more effort toward the connection with Scorpio. All right, bottom of the deck. On your side, we have balance. So this is the equivalent of the temperance card in traditional tarot. And what stands out to me here, we see the water on this side, right? Which obviously you guys are water sign, rather, and then we see the fire on their side. And it could just be saying that for some of you might realize that, okay, maybe the two of you have drastically different approaches to things, right? So for example, here we actually see Aries energy, and here we see Libra, which are exact opposites, right? So it could just be one of those things where you might realize that, okay, even though we might view things in drastically different ways, you just might feel like they're a good balance for you, to where you're like, okay, opposites attract, right, as the saying goes. But one of those dynamics there, to where you're like, okay, even though we might approach things very different ways, I really just like the way our energy feeds off each other. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So interesting here after what we were talking about with the Seven of Pentacles, right? And how, like I was saying, it seems like maybe this person just has been quite career driven. Maybe this, if we look at the artwork here, right, we see the Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles energy in most texts does point to working towards something. But here we see a very playful energy, right? Like they're running through the water. So it could just be one of those things where they find, ironically, I was going to say, find a way to strike a balance, which is you guys have the balance card on your side. I feel like this is saying that they might realize that, okay, yes, everything doesn't have to be work 24/7, right? They could still work, they could still have success in that area of life, but also make time for other things. And in this context, that would be the connection with you. All right, so moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the messages. We'll have Oracle card deck here. Just going to pull a single card from this deck. Almost have one there. Alright, and that one there. And next we'll see what we get from the Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation, that's going to pull a single card from this deck, and then we'll read the messages from each of the cards and wrap the reading up with that. Alright, and got one there. Okay, so from the messages of love, we have Unplug. It says, working less will help strengthen your relationship. Now, given what we were talking about, right, and like I said, obviously for the majority of you, this is going to be your energy and this would represent the other person. But given what we were talking about, it seems pretty clear that this would be an ideal message for the energy on the right. So for those of you, if you do resonate more with that energy there, that definitely seems like a message for you. But if not, right, it seems pretty obvious that if this is the person you're dealing with, it seems like that would be beneficial for them. Like I said, with the Seven of Pentacles energy there in the future, and the Eight of Pentacles too, looks like they will finally come to that realization. And from the Wisdom Oracle, we have the Tribe. There's the artwork, and the number is 8. So we'll see what this has to say. All right. The relationship message says you're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also those you don't share. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is part of that dance. Yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make change in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. Again, actually, I feel like that also might resonate more for the energy on the right side, right? So if you guys, you know, are more coming through on this side here, hopefully your cross watcher watches this reading and gets those messages as well, right? But hopefully that resonates for you guys. We'll wrap up there, and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.